Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. My name is Isaac Berrill, as you guys know, but I want to talk today a little bit about something that's very interesting in Call to Arms. Now, oftentimes I've seen games where they will understand a certain amount of things and then understand other particles. I want to talk about a lot about map design. Map design is very important, especially when it comes to multiple things such as getting something right or creating a map right or even putting something in there. A lot of people, what they'll do is they'll focus on big team battles and capture the flag and these other open world moments, which is cool and stuff, but nobody really understands the first person view of this. So, for example, can Call to Arms or even Men of War have or even Gates of Hell, can they have the opportunity to actually converse into something making this first person? And the question to that is yes. The way this is done is it's done by a two factor thing. So what we're gonna need to this is a ladder, two up ramps, not up ramps, but we need one hill and then one hill to back this. The reason, and then we need one, it's called three, I call this a three space program, because what's going to happen is you have your ground, your hill, and then your uphill. And what this does, I'm going to have to load into this, but what this does is it creates a series of boundaries to where the player can go and when the player cannot go. What this also does is it also creates another fixture to where when a person comes up onto the ladder, they can then understand the enemy is either up there or the enemy is either not up there. So understanding where this gets played at is very important when you're making a Call to Arms map, especially if you want to make something really awesome and you're just like, yeah, this is cool, or this looks like crap. Why am I even creating this? I tried to do this before when I was creating this, and I didn't understand the fixture. This is why a lot of times I actually ended up messing up on my fixture, and I was not creating what I needed. And by doing a lot of research and understanding, because when you play, I want to go ahead and take a very good map, for example, and I'm going to go ahead and go with Halo CE, the very first map. And it's where you would go in and he would be on the earth. And if you look around, it would show you the scenery around this. And what I really love about that map is you could also go on hills. But when you went, like I told you about my three planes, is when you would go on top of a map or on top of a hill, I mean, you would see another hill or another mountain that would be up. And that's what I want to try to that's what I want to portray in today's video. Is I want to give you guys a little bit of a lesson on how to take this from a certain top-down view into nothing to a three-plane area to where it makes it look good and it feels good. And that has to do with a lot about map design. Map design is extremely important into games. You can make the most beautiful maps in Call to Arms, Gates of Hell, or even Men of War, Assault Squad 2, or even Men of War, Assault Squad 1, or even the DLC of Men of War. You can make this by using three-dimensional maps. The most written by this is by understanding how the physics are being done by this. And the creation of this, I'm sorry for the wait, I'm still loading on my CTA editor. I'm still waiting on it. It's understanding the diverse of the exact editor itself, and like the reason it's been there and the reason it's been created, and why it's been created. So when you understand the three plane process, which is called the first, which is called your first platform, and then you have your second platform, and then you have your third platform. So what you're essentially doing is you're pretty much climbing up the rocks. And when you climb up the rocks, you're understanding the base of where the player is going. So if the player is going forwards, then the heel is going to go that direction, or it'll stop and do its own direction. But making good maps, if you want to do a first person map, it's very important to understand what is needed into a first person map. Even in third person, as I've seen in Halo Wars, when you go top down view or you zoom in, the player base still has to look good to the player of the eye. This is a good example if you play not Toy Soldiers, I believe first or second one, the view of this is extremely nominal. They have to know what you're going to be to look at, and on top of that, map design has to look good. Disney Infinity 3.0 has a good a point about this. Looking good on when it comes to a Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the coat of arms now. But okay, cool. It's already showing what it needs to be shown here. Alright, so if you guys see in a 3 place, we're gonna go ahead and go to this one, go to new. I don't have to, okay, that's still up here. And we're gonna go to new, and I'm just gonna call it. Alright, we're gonna hit okay. So essentially, in coat of arms, this is pretty much your barrier right here. This is, now I can make this smaller, I can make this bigger, I can make this tiny, but essentially this is your platform. Okay, so this is your platform right here. Sorry, excuse me, got some more milk coming out. But anyways, so this is your platform, right guys? So what's going on inside of here is, you're probably wondering, how do we create what is being seen to be a first person map? Well, the first thing that we need to do is we need to understand the height, or we need to understand the variance of how tall something is. So, for example, if we want to create a hill, we have to understand how tall that hill is. So if we go into here and go to heights, you can see that there's no height here. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to say 25, right? I'm going to enter that. Now you won't really see anything, but there's something has happened here in this area. And if we go to our F1, we can actually see what is being done right here. So we can see that we have created something into this area right here. I'll go ahead and put some land on it so you guys know what I'm talking about. I can also do I'll do F6 so you guys can have some lighting. And I'll go ahead and do some textures here, just so you guys get the idea of what I'm talking about. So we'll do grass, for example, and it's going to do the whole thing. I don't want to do the whole thing, so I'm going to add one, and then I'll go down and add it, and then go ahead and select the texture that we use. Alright, go ahead and cover it by the shadows. That we have created something here, but you can see also that this is only a small hill. What if we want a big hill to make it go up here, and then the processes of here, here, and here? So we go back into heights, and we're going to go height here, and what we're essentially trying to create here is a 3-plane process, as I was telling you before. So that was 25. I'll do about 100. 100 is usually pretty big. It's big enough. Alright, so it's about 100. Now what I want to portray here is you have to understand how much does this go up. So if we're at 100, right, how much of 100? So we want to do another process. So I don't want to go ahead and do another 100, because it's going to be the same as you see here. So what I want to do is I want to create a wall like right in this area. I want to create a wall, or I can create a wall on this side. Well, I'm gonna create a wall in here. Now what I'm gonna do is, now this is actually where math comes into play. I'm gonna go up 3, so I do about 300, and I'm going to set this as fixed, and I'm gonna hit enter. And right here I want to do another wall. Alright, now I have my 3-plane process. As I was telling, when I told you guys about 3-plane process, it is, I literally have a 3-plane three planes that I can now go up if I really wanted to. I just become a first